Hey guys, this is Jake Eldridge with the Davis Catalana Real Estate Group at Realty One Group Eminence. I wanted to record a quick video on appraisals and the process behind that. Typically, with an appraisal, what they do initially when they show up is take a look at the exterior of the home. Is the structure sound? Does it have any health and safety issues? Is there, settling cracks in the house? Sometimes with those settling cracks, it's as simple as caulking it and repainting, and then just making sure that you disclose that you did a repair to some settling cracks when you fill out your real property disclosure to share with any buyers. They do oftentimes look at the roof. So, if there's any small areas in the roof that may need to be addressed, definitely try to take care of that. Secondly, they're going to look at the size of the home. They're going to actually take measurements and verify the square footage of the home to see that it matches with what the county has it set at. They're going to look at windows, doors, floors, walls, plumbing, electrical, kitchen, bathroom, all of those things on the interior of the home. Does that all appear to be operating correctly? Was it maintained well? And then lastly, improvements on the house. What type of flooring did you have? Did you do a kitchen remodel? Did you do a bathroom remodel? Did you have the HVAC replaced? Or if you didn't replace that, was it maintained on a regular basis? All things that might come into play during the appraisal process. So, definitely keep that in mind. Lastly, any amenities that you might have. Does your house have a pool? Does it have a barbecue pit? Maybe an outdoor kitchen? Does it have outbuildings? If you're in a rural area, do you have horse stables? Anything like that, they're going to take into consideration when doing the appraisal. Lastly, they're gonna take the comparable sales data for the area around your house. Usually it's 5 to 10% of whatever the square footage might be on your house is what they're going to use for comparable sales data. Now, some might be wondering, well, I have the same square footage as a 4-bedroom house, but my house is only 3 bedrooms. They do take that into consideration. If you have that 3-bedroom house and the rest are all 4 bedrooms, but you have the same square footage, they are going to take that into consideration when doing the valuation of the house and what they're going to give the appraisal for. If it's similar with the exception of that bedroom, then they'll likely still use those 4-bedroom houses if you had a 3-bedroom. And just make those adjustments that they need to make depending on the size of the home. So another thing, some tips would be, if you're having an appraisal done, make sure your house is clean and fresh, easily accessible for them to take the measurements and stuff they need to do as an appraiser. The other thing is I preach really big on this in general, landscaping, and you want to have that curb appeal. If they pull up to the house and it's got a fantastic curb appeal, they already kind of have that in their mind, and I think sometimes maybe sparks curiosity. Well, the outside looks fantastic. I'm curious to see what the inside of this house does it match. That's something that I would definitely say to try to work on, and make sure that at the time the appraisal happens, that you do have that great curb appeal. Now, a lot of people ask what happens if the value or the appraised value comes in and it's less than the asking price, or the offer price that you put in on the house. No, banks will not loan for anything above that appraised value. So oftentimes you actually have to renegotiate the sales price with the selling agent if you're a buyer. If you're a seller, then again, you may have to take a decrease in what you accepted in your offer. All of this is obviously negotiable. Sometimes I've seen it to where, you know, people will meet in the middle. If the buyer has enough cash flow that they can pay, you know, out of pocket the extra costs, then, you know, sometimes you can split it with the seller and just come in even, with each of you guys putting in an equal portion to make the difference, and then the loan will be at that appraised value. So it doesn't mean that you can't actually get that for higher, but you know, again, that really depends on the finances of a buyer. So the last thing, I want to talk about a couple of myths that sometimes, people see out there. A lot of people look at the assessed value by the county, and think that that would be the appraised value, but that is definitely a big myth. The That value is, you know, not the market value. It's simply the metric that, you know, the county uses in order to calculate the taxes. So that's a big myth. The other, I would say, is, you know, an appraiser is just going to use a Zillow Zestimate to determine the appraised value. Definitely, that is a huge myth. And if you actually look at the data, usually there's, you know, 5 to 10% difference with that Zestimate in comparison to what a property sells for. So just kind of wanted to share that with you guys. I hope that you enjoyed the video. And if you do, again, have any questions or concerns, feel free to contact me on my cell phone at 775-378-4976. You can email me at jakeeldridge32@gmail.com. I definitely appreciate you watching the video. If you found value in that, please make sure to click the like button if you're watching this on Facebook, or if you are watching on YouTube, then just click that little bell and that will allow you to see new content and new videos as I upload them on a regular basis. So again, I appreciate you taking the time to watch this, and you guys have a great day.